What's happening, everyone? Today is June 26th of 2016, and it's time to shave. It's a little bit earlier than normal. Actually, it's quite a bit earlier than normal. It is 11:23 anti-meridian, but I slept in for a bit today, and get this out of the way before I start doing my chores. And by chores, I'll get into that here in a bit. Today's soap for Dapper Domingo is going to be Dapper Dragon Signature. This is Mr. Honecker's, barbershop soap, and it's been a while since I've used it, and it is real good. Today's brush is going to be a Simpsons Polo 10 Manchurian this is like an ivory grain handle, and let's go ahead and get this loaded up. Like I said, I slept in a little bit today, and that was pretty nice. Not that I needed it. It's not like I went out and painted the town brown or whatever. That's what Puerto Ricans do. We paint the town brown. Alright. Starting to get... Oh yeah, that's a good load right there. These knots are not as dense as chubby knots. Obviously, nothing else that Simpsons offer is going to be as dense as the knot in a chubby. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a chubby. This knot is good. It's not, it's not as dense as a chubby knot. I have a couple other Simpsons Polo 10s. I love this brush handle shape. Some of you know that. But yeah, I do love this brush handle. It's so comfortable. I think it's equally well suited for face lathering and bowl lathering. The Manchurian hair gives it the backbone that the 3-band brushes just don't have. And it's plenty of backbone to lather with. Does it give me the massage and scrub that a chubby does? It does not. But again, not everything has to be a chubby, believe it or not. And those are my knots of choice. I do prefer, a knot that dense and a knot that scrubby. But again, not everything needs to be that brush, because then you take away the specialness of them, Excuse me. This stuff smells fantastic. Again, this is Dapper Dragon's take on a barbershop scent. It is a little bit more citrus forward than your average barbershop scent. A lot of the super traditional barbershops, like what's his name, Mike's, they're just not really for me. They're good, they smell good, they're just not to my taste, Alright, this is pretty much where I want it to be. Now let's get some more water in this. I think you can stand it. So the last video that I put up, which was not a shave, it was the one talking about the synthetic brushes. A lot of people have thanked me, left messages for that video, so that was cool. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that one. And I will be following up, touching base, excuse me, giving my final thoughts, I guess, on that brush. And, again, synthetic brushes are not my thing, really. They're not my bag. Again, they're a necessary evil for when I'm not at home and I can't use the brushes that I do like. Today's razor is a razor that I like. This is going to be my Los Angeles Shaving Soap Company BBS1, number 140. The blade in it is a Gillette Silver Blue. So anyway, yeah, I will be touching base and reporting back on my thoughts on that brush. Again, initial thoughts are good. Yeah, initial thoughts are good. Excuse me. Excuse me. Good slickness on this soap. Lather's nice and cushiony as well, very thick, dense. Everything that you want out of a lather. Lather. So, weekend mornings, Saturday and Sunday, I always start them off by going to the cafe, having myself some coffee, which I've not done today. Really haven't done much of anything. Except wake up and go back to sleep. So I'm looking forward to this coffee and breakfast. This is going to be a good look. They're not used to me seeing me, I should say, clean shaven on a Sunday. So watch out, baristas. Wow, this lather's great, man. This is actually quite slick. I don't remember this lather being this slick. That's a plus. Eric, the gentleman behind Dapper Dragon, and the only thing I can suggest really is if you can put your soap in those wider containers that I guess everyone else is these days. Man, that's the only thing that I can see to improve. I chose that brush because it does have a longer handle and a higher loft, and it's able to get into that container without busting up, quote unquote, my knuckles. Very nice. Lots of stuff going on. Brexit vote. Torrential rains are one in West Virginia. Election year in the United States. Oh man, there's a lot going on. I was watching I was looking at some infographic, which are all over the internet, of course, and they're talking about the average age of the average age, or they were looking at the age groups, excuse me, the demographics of, how the Brexit vote panned out, and one of the very interesting things that they were looking at, or that they, one of the interesting pieces of information was the age of the voter, and they had them split up in various age groups. So they were talking about their age versus how long they would have to live with that decision, and they were inversely proportional to each other. Anyway, I'm not a political person, so all I'll say is brushes are cheaper than they will be for a while, I'm sure. Whether they're priced in euros or pounds. So, if you've been on the fence and you're in the States, I guess now's a pretty decent time. Said the rains going on in West Virginia. The super heavy rains of 2010, excuse me, in Nashville in May of 2010. That was a 1,000-year event. I think they may have ended up saying it was a 5,000-year event, but it was at least a 1,000-year event. And apparently that's what's going on in Virginia right now, so I hope you guys are all safe. I've got friends and family of friends in the Mountaineer State. Alright, that's done. That's pretty good too. Jason Redman, your head shave video, saw that. It looked good. You didn't cut yourself, which is a plus. You will, which is not a plus, but keep at it, man. I'll be honest, when I was younger, before I started losing my hair, I was always looking forward to when I did lose my hair so I could start shaving my head. Of course, I never envisioned that being with soap, a brush, and a real razor. But that's where it ended up, and here I am, killing it. So yeah, keep it up, Jason. Like I said, you didn't cut yourself, man, which is kind of unbelievable. But I guess you kind of know your way around a double-edged razor, a safety razor, whereas I didn't. Well, I kind of did when I first started, but I was still in the early stages of getting my technique down. This stuff smells so good, you guys. Again, it is very barbershoppy, but man, that citrus just punches you in the face. And it's so nice. The lather's great too. Now that it's dried out a little bit, it's thicker. Still has good slickness. Residual slickness also is good. I understand that the Dapper Dragon Scale Polish, which is their line of aftershave balms, are very, very good. I'm not really a balm guy, but yeah, like I said, I hear they're good. Wonderful. Put a little bit more water. Slather. I may have overloaded this brush. There is a gang of lather in this thing. And you know what? This is actually, looking at this brush, this is one of the things that just really gets to me about synthetic brushes, is how the lather always ends up getting way down here, running down the handle. I hate that. I like brushes that keep the lather towards the top. Anyway, I was gonna talk to Jason some more. The grain on your head doesn't really matter so much, in my opinion, as it does like on your face and your neck. Excuse me. You know, I used to do a 3-pass on the joint, but I don't do that anymore. After I got my technique down, I just was able to do a cross, against the grain straight away. Which now, that's just how I do it. And it works just fine. God, this razor is so good. All right, clean this up, 1 second. Wow. This bit of cleanup right here is strictly optional. Residual slickness is not the most right about now from other soaps that I've used, but that's okay because there's certainly enough to be able to do that little touch up there. That's it right there. I've always gotten like a nice little cucumber note out of this soap as well. I've always wanted to try Dapper Dragon Blood Orange, but it's been discontinued for a while. I never got around to trying it. But I always did want to. I think this is the last shave on this blade. I think this is just a super, not a super pro in this razor. Pride celebrations are all this weekend all over the country. Nashville's actually was bigger than I ever remember it being. They usually hold it downtown in my neighborhood. But it looked to be a bigger deal this year than it has been in years past. I don't think there was anybody playing this year that I would have wanted to see, or anybody playing, I should say, that I would have made me go. But it looked like a big party, so that's good. I hope you guys had a good time in the neighborhood. I hope you picked up your trash. Very vigilant about my neighborhood, you guys. Alright, and I think that's pretty much it as far as the sharp stuff is concerned. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Today's aftershave, I'm looking dead at it. It's going to be another one I don't use too often, but that's because I don't have enough, or much of it, I should say. Barrister and Mann, awesome. 1 ounce bottle, little buddy. It is a tonic, not a kyobu. Wow, this is a good shave, you guys. I don't have like much stinging at all going on right now. This is wild. Excuse me. Oh man, these cappuccinos are going to be so good. They also, very recently, they being K-Brew was the name of the cafe, this, the one that I like here in Knoxville. They have something, an iced honey lavender latte. Dude, yo, it is so good. Anyways, that's going to be it. I smell good. Also, I look like $2 million. That's going to be it. I hope you guys have had a good week. I hope you'll have a good week. I will see you guys soon. Have a good day, everybody. Peace.